What's going on with your daughters?
My daughters are doing amazing, and I'm missing Parents' Weekend in University of Michigan, where Gabriella goes, because of you guys. So I wanted to be here with you guys. So Gia, Melania, and my stepson Louis went to go see Gabriella at the University of Michigan because it's Parents' Weekend. So
And
glad
Louis,
they're there with
like
them.
I mentioned, the Brady Bunch. Like, have the daughters hazed you? Like, being a step-parent, being a stepfather, stepmother could be tough. Have the daughters hazed you? They seem to love you, and you guys seem to get along. What has that been like? Because you have your own two sons, and now you got daughters.
It's been really interesting and fun and cool and open. So we've all leaned into our relationships, our love for each other. We've all grown
He's
together.
the best stepdad.
We've taken a lot of time to kind of like learn and know about each other. So it's been really good. My sons are in a really good place with Teresa's daughters, vice versa.
Okay, good.
No, it's cool. Really.
It made news because everything you do, Teresa, makes news that you re-followed your nemesis, Kim D, the infamous Kim D on Instagram. What changed this? And have you guys spoken to it? And is Kim D on the horizon to come back? Would Kim D ever be allowed back on the show, guys? You guys could chime in. But what are you getting along with Kim D? Kim D, coffee? What's happening? Cannolis?
I just followed her. We haven't talked yet, so we'll see what happens.
So it's like a soft,
Yes,
possibly.
yes.
Do you ever see Kim D coming back on the show?
Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never in anything in life.
Okay.
I made up with Jacqueline after 6 years, Jacqueline Larita, from season 1.
Yeah. Do you think Jacqueline could come back?
No, she's living in California now.
Right, she's no longer a Real Housewife of
It has
Jersey.
nothing to do with house.
Louis, on a scale of 1 to 10, the Nona's pajamas thing, I think it was totally misconstrued. It was. Do you want to explain that?
He was trying to be endearing.
But break it down once and for all, and so we can move on from the pajamas.
You know what? It's what you see on camera is not all that's going on in real life. So I continue to try to bond with Joe in a lot of different ways and layers. And I guess that came out of my mouth because we had experienced the moment when Teresa was moving out of her house and she had given my father some old shirts. And my father said, in honor of your dad,
They're in
their
my
package.
dad's like,
everything was brand new.
Clothing that he hadn't worn yet.
Yeah, so it was an endearing comment, but it depends on who you're saying it to.
You guys got matching tattoos.
Yes.
Are we thinking about, like, you're in Vegas, this is a place where bad decisions, tattoo decisions happen. Are you thinking about maybe getting some more ink?
No.
Not in the moment, no.
And just to skip down to Dolores and Paulie, would you guys ever consider getting matching tattoos? If so, what?
I think I'll get my Social Security tattooed on her ass. Just so everybody knows who she belongs to.
Wow.
Then put my name. How about my name on?
Okay. Well, I was going to get to this later, Paulie, but you're saying this. I have to ask because if I didn't ask, somebody else would. Are you guys engaged? Are you getting engaged? Are you getting married? Vegas is a place to get married. Woo! What is the current relationship of your engagement? Do you have a surprise or something in your pocket today? Where are you guys at?
Can you imagine? I know, right?
Oh, you want me to answer that or you want Dolores?
We want to hear from you, Paulie.
Yeah, tell him.
Thanks, Mike.
Yes, sir.
So obviously we're talking about a future. I'd be a silly person if I was not. Dolores means everything to me. Since I've met her, she made me a better person. And but the future is looking bright. Okay, so the other big question in the room is my divorce is pretty much close finalized. So yes, thank you. And so when that's all done.
Okay.
And when we get to that part, that's when the next steps are.
All right, Paulie, because the longer you wait, the bigger the ring's got to be. Like, you're only hurting yourself.
We got number time.
Well,
He can handle it.
Frank didn't make it easy either. He just
got engaged.
He just got engaged.
Frank got a...
Yeah, let's give it up for Frank. Frankie Guns, Frankie
That's
Catania
right, Frank.
finally got engaged. For you and Bill, the good Dr. Bill, like, I never, ever like seeing any couples go through anything that's, like, serious on television, especially when you have, kids, and you guys have such a beautiful family. How hard was that, while you were in the middle of a Bravo storm playing out in TV? Because it's hard enough to go through real things privately, but how hard was that for you guys, dealing with that publicly?
I mean, for me, going through it publicly
it was okay because I got to show everybody that marriages can survive when you have lived through something that could traumatize you. It's all about forgiveness and, you know, seeing the bigger picture. What was hard for me is that, you know, emotionally, I wasn't able to control my emotions while we were filming. And, you know, I was breaking down a lot, as you guys saw. But one of the reasons why I decided to share my story is because there's power in the story. I mean, I had gotten one message that really stuck with me about it, because I had gotten so many messages from people saying, my husband cheated on me too, and I didn't tell anybody, and I'm embarrassed, and I don't know what to do. So this is the thing. Everybody's got to do what works for them. People say, I can't be with someone that I can't trust. I trust him 100%. So it's not about trust. It's about building the trust back, right?
Got it.
And I got one message from somebody that said, I got a divorce from my husband because I thought that that's what everybody expected me to do. And I should have stayed with him. He was a good guy, and now I'm alone, and I regret doing that. So power to you that you were stayed for your family.
100%. And I know everybody likes to see you guys, you know, thriving and doing well.
I think it was harder for Bill.
Bill?
Of course, I'm the one who fell, and, you know,
He was in
thank
the
you
background.
for keeping me. Thank you for keeping me. I love you. You know, it's not easy to make mistakes in life, and it's harder to kind of live through it sometimes. You know, it helped that it was in the past, and, you know, fortunately our kids were older and they understood that, and, you know, I try to own up to it. So it's okay to make mistakes, and hopefully nobody has to make mistakes like that.
just learn from
magnitude.
them.
Exactly.
Moving down to the goddess of New Jersey, Dolores Catania. Dolores, I don't know if a lot, you don't talk about it much. It's kind of dropped in and out, and you told me when we were filming Watch What Happens Live, you worked in the court prison system. Like you were...
Yes, I was a sheriff's officer. I transported prisoners. I worked in the jail, yeah.
Which is crazy, because when you told me that, I was like, holy shit. And I was also like, I never want to be on the wrong side of Dolores Catania because she could kick my ass. But Dolores, is it harder wrangling prisoners or housewives?
Housewives, hands down. Hands down, housewives.
You didn't hesitate for that one.
No. You know, I always looked up to my dad. He was the chief of police. I always wanted to be like him and be a cop. So
Her dad is right
that's
there,
what
by the way.
Yes, I met him.
I wanted to be. And, but yeah, that really prepared me for a lot of the things that I've done in my life since. Part of it is diffusing a situation that can maybe escalate. There's like levels of force, you know, and there's all different types of things that I learned during that time that I've used in my life since.
Got you. How are your kids doing? How are they feeling? How are they feeling about their dad just got engaged? Frankie
We're
Guns.
all so happy for him. Frankie Guns got engaged, and she's a nice girl. She makes him happy, and that's what we all want for him. And my kids are happy. You know, they're living their best life. She's a veterinarian. He works in finance. They're doing what they always wanted to do. They're right now at an Alabama football game together. And that's what we live for, to see them together and stay close.
Okay. You know, like I said, you and Teresa have known each other for a long time. Do you ever feel like, you know, I asked you, do you feel like you have to pick sides? Do you ever like, is it like, you know, Team Teresa, Team Joey G? Like, is it hard for you doing that again?
No, I never felt that way, because I still look at them as the brother and sister that I knew. I knew them growing up. I knew Joe was close with my sister, so I knew how much she loved her brother, and that's something that I will remember, and that's the way I treat them as. So to me, they're still family, and it'll always be that to me. Has it been hard to not pick a side and not beat somebody up that was hurting my friend, but the other person is my friend also? So something you taught me, you can support the friend, but not the beef. You don't have to support the beef.